Hi there, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday. It is January the 20th. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds, and chilly start again.
Colder than yesterday.
Yeah, temperature's up and down like a, like a proverbial
Seesaw?
toilet seat. Seesaw, same thing, up and down, up and down. Well, it's different. Anyway,
it's 5:30 in the morning, Tom.
know.
People are eating breakfast.
Well, they may be, you never know. Anyway,
Stop.
that's the situation, and it's cold.
Let's take a look at our temperatures. Oh, I leave you for one day.
I know, one day, and I misbehave. I know, I can't help it.
This 8 through Hamilton.
Yeah, so it's still chilly out there. A little icy. My wife slipped and fell yesterday, just a little bit on the front steps because I ran out of salt.
In her new boots?
And no, she had her other boots on. She not her new boots. But anyway, so she didn't hurt herself. But she said it would have been funny if it was on video YouTube. Her sliding down the stairs. But anyway, you got to be careful.
All right, and it was much cooler. We'll talk more about your long range in just a moment. But first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, this is my more information. There's nothing. It's great. We've got a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day today. Tonight we stay relatively clear, and tomorrow maybe a few flurries and a little bit of cloud cover to the south, and that's about it. Now we do have a weak system coming through to our south Wednesday overnight into Thursday. Could see a few flurries. Same deal for Friday into Saturday. A little bit of snow for the GTA. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Tuesday. It is the 20th of January. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. And a cold start to the day. A little bit slippery on the sidewalks, so just be careful as you head out. Same scenarios we saw yesterday. A lot of melting, then freezing over the weekend.
Now today, temperatures are going to be much cooler than they were to start the day yesterday. Can you believe we started yesterday at 6 degrees? Not a lot of active weather today. It doesn't look as though we're going to see active weather at all this week until we get into the weekend.
And even then, really, we don't see any major snowfalls, and that's
No.
it's not really good because these temperatures are marginal for the ice fishery, for instance. The ice isn't freezing that fast on a lot of the lakes. In fact, some of the skidoers up in Simcoe broke the ice when they went out on it just the other day.
Not good. Coming up in just a few moments, but right now I'm going to turn things over to Tom. He has an update on your morning commute. Not a lot happening in the next 2 days. We've got a mix of sun and cloud, and the forecast temperatures are seasonal. Our next chance of a little bit of active weather comes Wednesday, late day. Could see some flurries, especially to the south, and then Friday into Saturday. We do have a clipper to our north, and that could give us a few centimeters. Here's Kim McDonald now with Around the World in 60 seconds. Here's a holiday video that will not put you to sleep. Not a lot to report over the next 24 hours. A mix of sun and cloud and seasonal values for the most part for the next few days. Next chance of active weather is not coming in until Wednesday into Thursday. Clipper to the south could bring us a few flurries, and the same story for Friday overnight and into Saturday. That's where we could see a little bit more snow. Temperatures relatively close to seasonal, and yeah, we're pretty glad about the sunshine. Make sure you stay with us.
Now, the top 5
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. It's Tuesday. It is the 20th of January. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds, and hopefully your day is starting off well. It's a little bit on the chilly side. Could be a little slick underfoot.
All right, well, temperatures right now, we're looking at minus 11 for the city of Toronto. This time last year, we had 22 centimeters of snow.
There you go.
This year, we've only seen 10.
We really have seen very little, and the temperatures have been up and down. I mean, these clippers come through, a lot of them missing us completely, going south or north of us. So really, we've done rather well.
We have, but if you love snow, you're going to have to head further north. You're going to have to head to ski country. A little bit of snow on the ground in some areas. Take a look at this beautiful site. But it was snowing pretty hard, and they had the snow guns going, so it was windy as well. We'll talk more about the long range. Do we have snow in sight? Details just ahead, but first, Tom, what's going on in traffic? I don't have a ton of information to talk about for the next couple of days, actually, which is good news. We don't have a ton of active weather on the way. We are going to be seeing some sunshine. Temperatures will be seasonal. Our next best chance to see a little bit of active weather is going to be coming Wednesday overnight and into Thursday. We do have that clipper to our south. Could bring places around the Niagara region, even as far north as Hamilton, could see a few flurries. And then we've got high pressure moving back in. The next clipper makes an appearance Friday overnight into Saturday, and this we could see a little bit of accumulation, but not a ton. We're looking at a couple of centimeters. Seasonal values until we hit the weekend, and that we actually start to bump up before we return to below seasonal values. Not bad for the next couple of days. We're actually seeing a mix of sun and cloud and temperatures that are going to stay relatively close to seasonal. Now, we do have the chance of seeing a few isolated flurries Wednesday into Thursday, especially to our south as the Clipper moves through, but it's not going to last very long. It'll move out relatively quickly. High pressure in behind it, and Friday into Saturday, that's another good chance of us seeing a little bit of snow, but temperatures will stay seasonal as we get to the weekend and then slightly above. All right, we've got a brand new top 5 video right now. Thanks so much, Chrissy. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Tuesday. It's the 20th of January. A cold start to the day. Temperatures have been falling for the last 24 hours. Yesterday, we actually started off the morning at about 6 degrees, like -15 with the wind, so you're going to have to bundle up. Not a lot of active weather to talk about for today and into tomorrow. We've got a mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures will be close to seasonal. Next chance of active weather Wednesday overnight and into Thursday. We do have this Clipper coming through. That could give us a light dusting through the Niagara region and in through Hamilton. And then again, we've got another Clipper coming in Friday overnight into Saturday, and that could give us a couple of centimeters. Okay, I'm going to turn things over to Tom Reynolds. He has an update on your morning commute. Not a ton to talk about for the next couple of days. We do have a mix of sun and cloud in the forecast. Temperatures are going to be close to seasonal. Next best chance of a little bit of active weather is going to be Wednesday into Thursday, where we do have a Clipper system coming through. A few isolated flurries for areas to our south around Hamilton and through the Niagara region. And then on Friday and into Saturday, we do have a new Clipper coming through, but look at our temperatures. We're going to stay relatively mild as we get into the weekend, and then we're going to bump above seasonal on Saturday. Go. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. It is January the 20th. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. A little cold out there to start off our morning, but it's not overly windy, which is good.
No.
So the wind chill values aren't huge.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, this time yesterday morning, we were hovering above the freezing mark. We actually got to a daytime high yesterday of 6 degrees, albeit an early day high, and it continued to drop throughout the afternoon, and that's why our daytime high today is going to be -6. So a much colder day today. We are going to be seeing some sunshine, however, which is going to be very, very nice.
Yeah, really get a little dose of vitamin D, which we could all use for sure.
I cannot believe Kevin gets paid for his job.
Yeah.
Honestly, he is in Niagara on the Lake. He is celebrating the Ice Wine Festival. He's with Inniskillen Wines, and Kevin, honestly, you're sampling wine at like 6:45 in the morning. How jealous are we?
Tears.
Honestly, really? Here's Tom now with traffic. Not a ton of active weather to talk about for the next couple of days. We're actually kind of, into a mix of sun and cloud and seasonal values. Now, Wednesday into Thursday, we do have a Clipper to our south that could bring the Niagara region and even as far north as Hamilton, a few isolated flurries. Our next best chance of seeing a little bit of active weather is going to be Friday and into Saturday, where we do have another Clipper coming through. That could give us a few centimeters. Temperatures, well, they're going to stay relatively cool this week, but as we get closer to the weekend, we're going to bump up to above seasonal values. It's looking quite fair as well. We actually have just a mix of sun and cloud for the next couple of days. Not a lot of active weather. Wednesday overnight and into Thursday, we could see a few flurries south of the GTA just because of a Clipper. And then we do have another Clipper Friday into Saturday that we are going to pick up potentially a few centimeters of snow. Temperatures staying relatively close to seasonal. And by Saturday, we're actually bumping up to 1. Hamilton, we're also going to see that snow again on Saturday, daytime high of 1. Now here's Kim McDonald with Around the World in 60 seconds. I'm not envious of the wine so much, but give Tom the wine. I can eat the loaf of bread.
I can eat the loaf of bread too. Oh, yeah. No, I tell you. And the cheese. I mean, I just love that combination. Cheese, bread, wine. Any time of the day.
That's why it's called a wine and cheese, Tom.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Temperatures today, and then tomorrow morning we're looking at more sunshine, more in your long range coming up. I'll even get you to the weekend in just a moment, but first, Tom, good news or bad news on the highways?
I don't know. I'm thinking...
It really is. I mean, we've got a mix of sun and cloud for the next couple of days, so that's good news for people that like to get out and about. We've got a Clipper on the way for Wednesday overnight into Thursday that could give areas south of us just a little bit of light snow. And then our next bout of active weather is going to be coming in Friday into Saturday, and that is also going to be bringing us the potential for a few centimeters. Now, temperature-wise, we're going to start to rise as we get closer to the weekend to above seasonal values. Not a ton to talk about for the next couple of days. We actually have high pressure in place, which is nice. We're going to see a mix of sun and cloud, and temperatures will be close to seasonal values. Wednesday into Thursday, Clipper to our south could bring a few areas, a few isolated flurries, and then our next best chance of active weather, another Clipper Friday into Saturday. Thanks so much, Kevin. It's amazing he gets paid for doing that, isn't it?
Really, he goes in, has a few drinks of ice wine, a little
Has
bit
some
of cheese,
cheese,
a
little bread.
baguette. Oh yeah, it's very nice.
And he gets to learn all about the making of ice
He
wine.
does, and of course he brings us back some too.
Oh, Tom,
me anyway.
You're reaching here, I think.
You might get a baguette and some cheese.
That's okay. I would enjoy it.
That's right.
Temperatures today, we're a little on the cool side. We're looking at -6, but feeling more like -11. We're still going to be really cold through the overnight and early mornings, but by the afternoon we get closer to seasonal. I'll talk more about the rest of your forecast, and I'll even get you into the weekend. But first, Tom, any problems on the roads? Not a huge change in the forecast today. We've got a mix of sun and cloud today, a mix of sun and cloud tomorrow. By I should say Wednesday overnight and into Thursday, we could see a clipper to our south bring in some light snow through Hamilton and in through Burlington and down through the Niagara region, but not a ton of accumulation. High pressure moving in behind it, and then Friday overnight into Saturday, yet another clipper moving in, and this one is also going to be bringing us some light snow through much of the GTA. Temperatures stay quite seasonal until the weekend when we actually start to bump above. That's true. I mean, we've got a mix of sun and cloud for the next couple of days, and temperatures are close to our seasonal average. By tomorrow night, however, we do have a clipper coming south of us that could bring Hamilton, the Niagara region, even as close as Burlington could see a few isolated flurries, but not a heavy snowfall amount. High pressure in behind that, and we do have a low moving through Friday overnight into Saturday that could also give part of the GTA some snow. Here's Around the World in 60 seconds.
He just disappeared like
That
that.
just happened.
I guess he's done with us.
I guess so.
He's in the vine.
Yeah, he's in the vines. It looked as though they had some sort of power interruption, that's for sure. We'll check back in with Kevin in just a little while. He's talking about ice wine. He's in Niagara on the lake. He's tasting. He's eating cheese and bread. And it's amazing he gets paid for this kind of
The
thing.
Enniskillen Winery is lovely, but there's so many great wineries in Ontario, and you can just check it out. The fall tour, then winter tour. It just goes on and on.
Oh, wait. I think we have him back. Do we have him back?
I'm
We're
not
going
sure.
back to Kevin?
I'm not
Yes,
sure.
no.
Hard to say.
Let's pretend we're not.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait. Yes, we are.
Oh, he's
Kevin,
back.
can you hear us?
And
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. We are going to be seeing temperatures staying quite cool for the next couple of days. City of Toronto has now issued an extreme cold weather alert for the overnight tonight. It is going to feel like -16 when you factor in the wind. Here's Tom now with traffic. Well, we are going to be seeing a mix of sun and cloud for today and into tomorrow. We've got high pressure in place. We do have a clipper coming to the south of us by tomorrow late day, overnight into Thursday. That could give us some light snow, but not a ton of accumulation. High pressure for Thursday, Friday, overnight into Saturday. New clipper comes in, and this one could give us a few isolated flurries, maybe even a centimeter or two for the city of Toronto. We warm up to a daytime high of 1, and then we cool down again next week. Well, we are going to see cooler temperatures for the next couple of days and high pressure in place, so a mix of sun and cloud. We do have an area of low pressure moving in Wednesday overnight and into Thursday. Clipper bringing us some light snow, and then on Friday into Saturday, very similar story, but the clipper coming in from more of a northerly direction, which means we could pick up a few centimeters through the city of Toronto. But look at our temperatures, warming up to a high of 1 by Saturday. Go.
That job pays about $75 an hour. Picking grapes off frozen vines in a wide open field? It would have to.
That's it?
We can have I guess you can eat a few, but still. I mean, it should be
You're
more
not
than
going to get just drunk
$75 an
off
hour.
the grapes, I don't think, Tom.
No, I guess not. No, but nonetheless.
But Tom would be up there trying his best.
I'd be lost. Tom's lost in the field somewhere. Anyway.
I just had visuals. It's hilarious. Okay, today is going to be a cold day. This long range will get you right into the weekend in just a moment. But first, Tom shoveling grapes into his face.
Where's Tom?
Well, that's a really good question, Tom. And I have the answer. We are going to see a couple of days of a little bit below seasonal values, but not too bad. I mean, we're seeing fair, kind of calm conditions. Clipper to our south Wednesday into Thursday, not bringing a lot of snow to the GTA. We do have another clipper coming in Friday into Saturday. Again, the snow looks as though it is going to stay quite north through ski country and up through the Nickel Belt. Temperatures, I'm going to skip past this map because it's really slow, and I'm going to show you what you want to see. The warm-up coming in on Saturday, a daytime high of 1. Thanks, Tom. Well, we do have a couple of systems coming our way, but not a ton of active weather to talk about throughout much of the GTA. We've got a mix of sun and cloud today and into tomorrow, and then come Wednesday overnight and into Thursday, Clipper comes to our south. Could bring in some light snow through the Niagara region, up towards Hamilton, even in through Burlington, but light dusting, if anything, for the city of Toronto. High pressure moves in behind it, and then our next Clipper comes in Friday overnight and into Saturday, and that could drop a couple of centimeters of snow. Temperatures, we're still staying quite cool for the next couple of days. We're into those blues. We get kind of closer to the baby blues, and then even into the whites, getting closer to the weekend. Temperatures are actually going to be bumping up. So we're looking at -4, feeling like -8 tomorrow, -3 for Thursday. So we're quite fair even as we get closer to the weekend with some sunshine. Friday, a daytime high of -1, and then Saturday, that's when we really warm up as that Clipper comes in. We're going to be seeing a daytime high of 1 and then cooling down into the beginning of next week. Thanks, Cam. You can always head to our website for more around the world in 60-second videos. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Tuesday. It is the 20th of January, and it is cold enough to make ice wine. And that is exactly what Kevin Yard is experiencing today. He's in beautiful Niagara on the lake. And Kevin, Tom and I are both incredibly jealous that you get paid for what you do today.
Yeah, cold. Bundle up today.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Now, we don't have a lot of active weather on the way, so yeah, it's perfect conditions for making ice wine. We've got a mix of sun and cloud for the next few days, temperatures close to our seasonal average. We could see a Clipper move in late day tomorrow and into Thursday, giving us a light dusting in areas south of the GTA, through Hamilton, through Burlington, down through the Niagara region. And then Friday into Saturday, another Clipper could bring us a few centimeters through the city of Toronto. By Thursday, we're looking at -3, Friday, -1, and then on Saturday, bumping above the freezing mark, well above our seasonal average, and then we return to colder temperatures by the beginning of next week. Incredible video. Thank you so much for that. You can head to our website, theweathernetwork.com, for more time-lapse Tuesday videos. I'm Emily Vukovic. It is Tuesday. It is the 20th of January, and it is a fairly cold start to the day. Now, yesterday, our temperatures were quite interesting. We actually started off with a daytime high of 6 degrees, but it was a very early day high. Tomorrow morning, we're looking at -10, feeling like -15, but again, sunshine, and we can thank this area of high pressure for giving us lots of sun for the next couple of days. Wednesday overnight and into Thursday, we do have a Clipper system to our south. That could bring in just a little bit of moisture, a little bit of light snow areas south of Toronto. And then our next Clipper coming in Friday into Saturday. This one could give us a few centimeters. Temperatures are still going to be relatively cool, but close to seasonal for the next couple of days. By the time we get closer to the weekend, we're actually going to hit above seasonal values. So -3 for Thursday, feeling like -7, feeling like -8 on Friday, but -1 is our daytime high. The winds will shift as this Clipper moves in, and by Saturday, we're looking at a daytime high of 1 degree, and then the Arctic air comes back in for the beginning of next week through the GTA. Thanks so much. That's Chris St. Clair with your top 5 videos. You can check out more of those videos on our website. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Tuesday. It is the 20th of January, and it's a chilly start to the day today. Yesterday, we saw a daytime high of about 6 degrees, and that was a really early day high, and then temperatures continued to fall throughout the day. This 10, you'll need to bundle up. Not a ton of active weather to talk about these next couple of days. We do have 2 Clippers coming in. The first one Wednesday overnight and into Thursday. That's going to drop a light dusting areas south of Toronto, so through Hamilton and down through the Niagara region. And then we have another Clipper coming in Friday into Saturday that could give us a couple of centimeters. Temperatures for the next few days, as you can see, we stay quite chilly into the blues and the purples, but we do start to warm up as we get closer to the weekend. We're actually going to be above our seasonal average come Saturday. So looking at these values, we're looking at -4 for tomorrow, feeling like -8. So quite pleasant into Thursday as well. Friday, not a bad day. We start to warm up as that Clipper approaches. And then throughout the day on Saturday, we're looking at a daytime high of 1, but we do have that light snow coming in. Skiing. That's a good idea. Thanks, Chrissy. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Tuesday. It is the 20th of January, and it's cold. Cold enough to not only make, but enjoy ice wine. And that's exactly what Kevin Yard's doing in Niagara on the lake. Kevin, what are you up to now?
Yeah.
What a perfect scene. Standing outside, light snow falling, all bundled up, drinking ice wine, eating cheese and bread. Oh, Kevin, we're envious. All right, today so bundle up if you're heading out. We have an area of low pressure on the way to us. It's just a clipper from the prairies giving us some light snow late day Wednesday and into Thursday. And then high pressure returns with a bit of sunshine for Thursday. And then for Friday into Saturday, new clipper coming in. This one's heading to the north. So we are going to be seeing the potential for a few centimeters of snow through Toronto. Temperatures are not changing too dramatically over the next couple of days. We are going to be seeing an increase in our temperatures as we get closer to the weekend, which is good news for many. And by Saturday, we're looking at a daytime high of 1, and then we're going to start to cool down again by the beginning of next week. Very cool. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mark. I'm Emily Vukovic. It's Tuesday. It is the 20th of January, and it's cold, but it's not that cold. We've been seeing temperatures hover around the freezing mark when you factor in the wind. Now, we are going to be seeing some sunshine. We have high pressure firmly in place for today and into tomorrow. But then by tomorrow night, we do have a clipper coming into the south that could bring places like Hamilton and through Niagara. I mean, I wouldn't doubt if Burlington got a light dusting, but it's not going to be a heavy accumulation. High pressure moves in behind it, and then another clipper starts to move in Friday into Saturday. Now, this one could bring the GTA a couple centimeters of snow, but not heavy snow. We're looking at light accumulation. Temperatures are going to stay relatively cool for the next couple of days, but by the time we get to the weekend, look at Saturday's daytime high, 1. Friday, -1 until we get there. We're still feeling wind chills, but it's still going to be quite comfortable to get outside, do some outdoor activity, and then we return to below seasonal temperatures next week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Vukovic, and joining me is meteorologist Dr. Doug Gillum. We've had seesaw temperatures, we've had clippers, we've had Siberian air. What can we expect in the next couple of days?
Well, we actually have a lot of good news in the long-range forecast. Now, spring being around the corner is not one of those pieces of good news. The milder temperatures to our west won't be making it into southern Ontario. But while temperatures are chilly, it's seasonably chilly. It's not as painfully cold as what we saw for the first half of the month.
Okay, so that is good news, and we are going to see some sunshine, fair, calm, seasonal. This is good.
Yeah, we're not dealing with the bitter wind chills, and while there's no snow days in the forecast, the kids will probably not be happy about that. The commutes will be relatively easy due to the weather at least, and ski areas will keep their snow with these seasonal temperatures.
Okay, so that, I guess, yeah, is good news too. Increasing clouds for Friday, brisk wind. We've got the clipper to our north, not expected to bring us accumulation.
That's right, mostly ski country north into the Nickel Belt. On Saturday, we could see some light snow or flurries, but really no significant accumulation from this. Temperatures relatively mild. The brisk winds will keep it from feeling spring-like, but we'll be up near 0 for our high temperatures. And Sunday turns colder. Interesting, though, the model variance ranging from +1 to -14 in the different models. Now, we don't think either one of those will verify, but it should be several degrees colder on Sunday, but not painfully so.
Yeah, because -14 is a big jump.
Yeah, it sure would be.
Okay, where's the snow, Doug?
Well, we certainly are running below seasonal for January, but if we expand and include November, which many of us have forgotten how snowy it was, we're only running about 4 to 5 centimeters below average. Looking into February, it does look like the storm track becomes a little bit more active, so if you want snow, maybe a snow day, there is some hope. And certainly temperatures, as we look at the pattern for next week and really going out to February as a whole, it does look like temperatures overall will be below seasonal.
All right, so there you have it. If you're wishing for a snow day, next month is your best bet.